I'm gonna make sure I remember that one at the bottom. 6:19, I'm heading home. I told my wife I'd be home at 5 today. George's week off next week. He asked for the week off. We could accommodate, so I said, go ahead. He gets a paid week off. I think I'm gonna wash the car tonight. Going home, taking the wife and kids out to dinner. This is the lower bracket on a Jackson Racing supercharger. This seems like one of the rarest things out there. So many reproductions just suck. We've tried them all. If one of those cars has that, I'm not installing it anymore. We're gonna remake this. We're gonna get it digitized, double checked, and then we're gonna make it out of billet, which don't know what the price is gonna be yet. It's obviously, if you look at a billet piece, it's gonna come from a block this big by this big. We're making some changes to the S-Tube. This is the 3D model, so we can double check everything so we know what's going on. It's flowing just a little bit more, not a big significant that you have to buy. I'm not going to tell you, hey, you got to get rid of your old one. The main difference on this is it's going to have a slight different angle. It's going to position the throttle body slightly different. It's going to bring it a little bit higher up, a bit more straight of a path, plus easier to build and intake. Plus, we have a new manufacturer, so we're going to try and get the price down on these. Neighbor Johnny's working on his car, getting it ready for the classic Hondas. This is a bracket he needs. So I'm going to use some 16 gauge stainless. What I'm going to do to make them identical, these are the sizes we need, rather than trying to make two brackets and then do them side by side. I think what I'm going to do is make one bracket 4 inches wide. So I've got to allow for my saw blade. So basically you're adding the thickness for the socket. Oh, there you go. So when you're building this bracket, you basically got these 3 measurements here. You're not going to just add those 3 together and cut it that long. You have to add material for the bend, and if I remember rightly, a 90-degree bend, you're going to add 3 times the thickness of the material. 1 inch is 25.4 millimeters. There we go. Should be that direction right there. Little organizing here. So talking of organizing, we're working on a new bag for the S2000. If you've seen the last bag, if you bought the bag, go ahead and comment below. Let us know what you think about the quality. This is something we're working on for the back. A little bit more room, a little bit more storage, and this is something that will obviously remove and you can carry it with you. Looking at making some tie downs here. So if you're in the mountains, you're doing a little bit of spirited driving, that bag stays put. Plans together for the Dragon trip. So something I just wanted to show you, this came up in my memories, the LHT battery. You might have seen this in the background in the shop. That's the banner right there. I got that from Pat the Stripe guy in 2001, and it went to every Nopi Nationals and every show we went to, and then when we stopped going to shows, it just kind of got hung on the wall. Well, I'm gonna bring that out to Classic Hondas on the Dragon just because it's our old banner. It's been to so many car shows. In fact, here's a picture of us from Nopi in 2001. So this car is coming up on a separate video. This is a 2008 and it's getting a full package. Well, I mentioned Classic Hondas on the Dragon. George won't be there. He has other things going on. Esther is going to fly in. She's only going to be there for 1 day. It's kind of like a timing thing, a logistical thing, trying to get all that to happen. It's a lot of work, a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, but she will be there for Saturday. She's actually flying in, driving down to the location, and then flying out. So if you want to meet Esther, she's selling t-shirts, showing you some of our LHT merch, and just generally meeting you guys. She likes to meet the people she talks to, and she talks to so many of you guys. So look out for that. Esther will be there on the first day of the Dragon meet. You want to see if they work? Don't step away from the camera filming. Oh. trying to share stuff with you, trying to get out of the scene. Why does it look like it was fine last night? Yeah, I don't like questioning my measurements from last night. Well, I should say your measurements. You held it and I measured it. Yeah, that's good. And then we'll do one on the other side. Yes, it works. Yeah, we're good.
See that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Money. That's good, right?
We had a retake. We're good.
Okay, pep talk time. So many of you are doing what neighbor Johnny's doing. He's working nights and weekends, working on his car. I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to work the S2000 in around work. And so many other people too. I talked to so many people, said, I'm going to try and get my car ready for the Dragon. I'm putting in an engine, I'm putting in a clutch, I'm putting in a radiator, I'm doing brakes. And I know it's tough. You're trying to fit this in around stuff. This is one of those things that is not just a fun vacation, it's memories. It's something that you're going to remember forever. I keep showing you these old pictures from Nopi back in 2000 and 2001 and 2003. I've got hundreds of pictures. I mean, so many of us were at the Nopi Nationals and we have so many memories of doing this. And it's such a big thing that you can't get back. You can't have that time back. And I don't mean to get soppy on you, but you got to remember this. The friends, the people that are around you, they're not going to be there forever. You're so busy with life, so busy with things going on, you just assume there will be. I never thought I would lose Steve. We'd randomly text, hey, how's your day? It sucks, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, whatever. You know, looking forward to this. We spent so many Vegas SEMA trips together and just hanging out, goofing around, working at the shop till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning doing projects. He did the wiring for the first KRZ. He did the wiring for the very first K-Site, the all-wheel drive K-Site. In fact, every K-Site he did the wiring on, and that's one of the reasons I haven't built one since, because he's not a part of it. Make time for yourself. Make time to hang out with your friends, to drive your car. Even if you drive an old car, it doesn't matter. That's the point, is drive whatever you've got. Doesn't matter if it's a new car, old car. I'm gonna be driving the S2000 just because that car is so exciting. I want to show off, or I want to enjoy the NA package that we built. I want to show it off to you guys. Also, Jeff will be there. He has the LHT naturally aspirated package. And come say hi and talk about cars. Got another bracket I've got to make for neighbor John. This is to support the top of the condenser. I'm going to use some 16 gauge stainless again for this one. Let me go ahead and make it. I'll show you it. There we go. So this car came in with a map sensor code and running terrible. So looking at the live data right here, this is a good known map sensor. I'm just going to compare it. Just looks different to that. Could be wrong. It just kind of looks like a replica. I see this a lot, so let me just go ahead and change that and just see what the numbers look like. So right there with the engine off, that looks kind of odd. I see a lot of these. So with the engine off, so check this out. This is from the S2000 UK Owners Club. So this was a visitor came by, Chris. He actually came by to visit us. He's a proper English guy from the UK. I think he was from Sheffield, which if you guys didn't know, that's where a famous rock band was from. Anyway, no prizes for guessing who those guys are. He also gave us this card right here and a sticker. So big thank you. We gave him a shirt and a couple of LHT things, but this is one of those things that we don't see over here, and it just seems like a really cool idea. Is this in focus? Really cool. UK S2000 Owners Club. Thanks, Chris. Update on the cup holder we're working on. So this is where it attaches right here, and it basically comes up through here. Well, so many of them I've seen, they're rubbing this right here, which obviously I don't like. It's going to leave indentations in here. And scrub this. Some of it is for stability because it locks in place by these two screws. So by pushing against that, it's just to help it from wobbling, but I don't want it to do that. Rather than making 50 different brackets, which I've done, this is a clever little piece that Jeff made for us. It's basically like a measuring device. So it's spring loaded right here. If you can kind of get what's going on here, there is a spring and a adjustable nut right here on the top. If I can get the camera to focus right there, so you can adjust each individual one, this one, and actually change this angle this way or this way, right? So we can make that so it clears and sits at the right angle. That way, once we get this angle correct. So it appears the map sensor that was on this S2000 was a fake. He bought it off eBay for like $5 or something. Even though it says Denso on it, I don't think it is a Denso. I think it's just a Denso sticker. Update you more on this as we know more, but it looks like it was a fake map sensor. Customers reported car is running much better. So the ads for these lights are popping up all over the place again. We bought a few different ones. These are the ones that we use personally. We both had them for a year. This is what we sell in the store. So after a year, the only problem George has had is this elastic to fit his head was a little loose. It doesn't have as much elasticity, so he kind of tightened that up. Other than that, fantastic. We use them daily, and I mean daily, all the time. I don't use the wave function. I think it's kind of annoying. It seems like as soon as you stick your head into the area, you click over here for the wave function, and what that does, it turns off and on, as you see when I move my thumb or you move your hand. It's just kind of annoying because you stick your head in the dash somewhere and it'll turn off. But other than that, massive amount of light. Great flashlight. We have them in the LHT store, and they are shipping from the US. So if you order them from us, you're going to get them in 2 to 3 days. This is going on in the background. I told you I'll show you more on this in a separate video, but right now we're still doing fabrication work, trying to make things fit and look exactly the way we want them. Stay tuned, subscribe, hit the share, hit the like, help us grow. We're at 74,000 subscribers. Of course, the dream would be 100,000, but you know what? Quality subscribers is better than quantity. So thanks for watching. Really appreciate your support. We'll see you on the next video.